We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Baltimore Orioles. Dwight Smith Jr. aims to bring his hitting streak to 25 straight games right after this. Dylan Bundy gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low 3s. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch and he knows how to minimize damage. If you're going to have an ERA in the low 3s in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right. This guy should be fun to watch in this one.
Settling in now, Joey Wendell. And we are set for baseball here this evening. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Start of a 4-game set as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they've been on a nice little roll here.
Yeah, Matty D. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row? You've been on some good teams. Not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture in sight, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
Malik Smith the next to hit. So we check out how he did in August versus how he's finishing off the season down the stretch here in September. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 0-1 the count. Bundy has compiled over 600 innings of work in his major league career and sports an ERA right around the major league average at just over 4. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike. Bundy has tossed more than 170 innings today, and during that time he's worked to a sub-1 whip, less than 1 base runner allowed per inning. And 2, here it comes. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Here's a look over to first, and he'll get back in standing. Perhaps wisely, another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
The next 0-2 to first. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. To second for one. Relay throw, but it'll be too late as he's well safe at first.
That is cool. The left fielder, number 29, Tommy Pham.
At the plate, Tommy Pham. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the stretch. While his hitting streak might be drawing most of the attention, some might not realize he's hitting for real power as well, slugging over 500 for the season.
And that's the beauty of it, Matty. He's doing it with damage. It's not the 1-for-4 with the ground ball with eyes or the bleeder with no one on that doesn't help the team. This is a guy that's done serious damage from day one.
But the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Wow, I'm not sure how, but it looks like he didn't even touch this thing. Might have been thinking about throwing the ball before he actually caught it. The game moves fast, but you have to do one thing at a time.
So following the error, it's now runners at first and second. And digging in is the outfielder, Austin Meadows. From the belt, the pitch.
It's pretty tough for a hitter to go up there looking for a first pitch changeup. And a good job of dropping it in for strike one.
Weekly hit to third. On to first, and the Rays are kept off the scoreboard here as the side is retired. Rays strand a pair. Tampa Bay 0, Orioles coming up. You're watching baseball on MLB Network. Ryan Yarbrough gets the ball for the Rays in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me, a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and two, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Stepping up to the plate, Jace Peterson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And just like the ex-girlfriend who ain't coming back, that one is gone. So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. Home run number 66 on the year, and they've taken a 1-run lead.
What a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
Stepping in, Miguel Rojas, looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, Trey Mancini.
So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring up the power-hitting outfielder Trey Mancini. Here comes the first pitch. That ball hit high and deep. Stretch, stretch. You can put it on the board. Yeah! So a solo shot here to left center field. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0 lead.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning, you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
Mark Trumbo digging in now. And what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Yeah, and he's just off the league leading the batting race. He's in the top 5 in that category, but he is out in front in home runs and ribbies, so we'll see if he can make a push for the Triple Crown.
And now time is called for and granted by home plate umpire Clyde Washington. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a blast to center field. No doubt about this one. Back-to-back home runs as that one's way out of here. It's a solo home run off the bat of Mark Trumbo. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate. And the Orioles have now taken a 3-0 lead. And here's Renato Nunez. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Well, Matty, if this isn't a microcosm of how bad this team's been struggling lately. We didn't even have a chance to break bread and talk about them, really, and they're already down 3-0. They're going to have to find a way to relax themselves and get back in this ballgame.
And there are 2 away now.
Batting 6th, the designated hitter, Dwight Smith Jr.
Now to the plate, Dwight Smith Jr. Not to jinx him or anything, but he'll be looking to lengthen his hitting streak here.
And you get above 20 games, you start thinking about it every at-bat when you take that donut off on the on-deck circle. 25 games, now you're starting to get into some rarefied air.
Oh, this ball is hammered to deep center field. And that one is gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. So his remarkable season continues as the O's have extended their lead now 4-0. What a blast that was. So here it is again, accompanied by show track. Great exit velocity, and the projected distance comes back at over 470 feet. An impressive thing to watch when it happened, and even more impressive to quantify with the numbers. So digging in now, Adam Duvall. First at bat for him here as he enters play 7th in the American League in round trippers.
Hey, Dero, up steps one of the best power hitters in the game. And actually, he hit one out of the ballpark in his last game.
Yeah, and I hear you talk about all the time they come in bunches for the power hitters, and that's certainly the case right here. Better be very careful throwing anything over the heart of the plate today.
No balls and a strike to count. Four runs here in this half inning. Fouled off.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
Fouled away. Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. The 0-2 once more. And it's fouled away. This one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. Duvall leaves the yard with a solo shot. Home run number 51 on the year, as the Orioles have opened things up now 5-0. Riding into the box, Austin wins. He enters play 6th in the American League in the batting race.
What a powerhouse season, in the top 10 in home runs and runs batted in. He's also one of the most feared hitters in all of baseball.
Here's the pitch. He swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one, and they've done it again. Back-to-back-to-back home runs. So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 43 on the year for him. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. Now here comes the Tampa Bay manager out to the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So, boy, that ERA is going to take a bit of a tumble here as he gets cuffed around pretty good and winds up not being able to survive the first. Jalen Beeks comes on to work much earlier than anticipated, obviously, as he'll try and right the ship in the very first inning. At the plate now, Tony Kemp. A swing, and there it goes. Forget about it. This is going to be back-to-back-to-back-to-back home runs. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Number 18 for him on the campaign, as this lead swells to 7-0. Standing in now, Jace Peterson.
The second baseman, Jace Peterson.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Another multi-hit game for him here tonight. No surprise there as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Stepping in now, Miguel Rojas. Now a big swing, and this ball is crushed out to deep center field. Goodbye, home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Home run number 16 for him on the year, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. Almost can't believe I'm saying this, but that was the 8th home run of the game for these guys. How about this offensive performance?
Yeah, thanks, Matty B. You know what, D-Row, when the wind's blowing out like it is today, you're going to see a lot of home runs, and that's what we saw.
Yeah, Dan, you know this as a pitcher. You can miss-hit a ball, and it's going to the cheap seats today. They did an excellent job of changing their approach and getting balls in the air.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. Looking up is the left fielder. And it's out of here. Back-to-back two-out home runs. A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the game as the blowout continues. Steven Matz comes on to work much earlier than anticipated, obviously, as he'll try and right the ship in the very first inning. Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. Here's Mark Trumbo now. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. And even 10 runs have scored this half inning. And now maybe a mind game or two going on down there as he steps out a second time in the AB. Now the pitch. Line drive, base hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. And he'll coast into second here with a two-out double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Into the box, Renato Nunez, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. Aside from the hitting streak, the other story surrounding him is his contention in the batting race. If the streak continues, it wouldn't be surprising to see him climb into the lead.
Oh, absolutely. He's caught fire at the right time, and he's staring down these leaders, and they see him coming. Every day they're checking the box score, wondering how many hits he's getting on a nightly basis.
And before the 0-2 pitch, he'll step out of the box here to regroup. Trumbo stands at second with two gone. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Boy, and call off the Dogs already as this is down for extra bases. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Junior.
To the plate now, Dwight Smith Jr. Line drive, that's a base hit into the right center field gap. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with two outs.
Now batting, right fielder.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
So now to the plate, Adam Duvall, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Now the 0-1. Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall.
When this thing left the bat, I thought it had three-run homer written all over it, but it bounces off the wall, so only one run scores. And now a chance for his buddy to return the favor and bring in one or maybe two.
Into the box now, Austin wins as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Runners at second and third with two gone. Hot shot on the ground is short. Scooped up. And it's in time at first, and finally, at long last, the side is retired. But not before 12 men cross the plate here as they really break this game open. On now to the top half of inning number 2. It's the Orioles 12, the Rays nothing. Digging in, Matt Duffy. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get one or two of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
First offering on its way. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Duffy, often known as the Duff Man in baseball circles. He's a corner infielder, normally a third baseman, but he's at the other corner at first base here in this one. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting seventh, the catcher, Mike.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And guys, this starting pitcher right here is in the top 5 in the league in strikeouts. And what does that tell me? That tells me that his defense cannot fall asleep in this one. They better go through their pre-pitch routine. They better stay on their toes and stay engaged in this one in case something finds a barrel.
So here's Mike Zunino.
And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center.
Rojas calls for it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting eighth, the shortstop, Corey Washington.
Digging in the switch hitter, Corey Washington. And there you see the numbers over his last 8 contests. He's really been leading the charge for this team. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 4th home run for him on the season, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
That'll bring in Guillermo Heredia now. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. His past history with Dylan Bundy, he's just 1 for 6. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
So it's 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Orioles 12, the Rays 1. So stepping in, Tony Kemp. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good.
Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And that baby's gone. So a solo shot here to left center field, his second of the game, as this lead got even wider. In now, Jace Peterson.
Second baseman.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
You think he's not setting the tone for this series right there? 3rd knock of the night, and we're only in game 1. This could be huge.
Digging in once again, Miguel Rojas. A hit and 2 tries for him so far.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
Yeah, the pitching coach takes the stroll out to the mound, and with a pitcher this young, you just want to let him know that he's out there for a reason, and to trust what got him here is good enough to get him through this.
So here's Trey Mancini, and he fouls this one off. And his confidence has to be in a really good place right now, having already launched 2 balls over the fence in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. On the run is Heredia. Dive, but it's off his glove, and that ought to get at least 1 run in. In at second safely, as a run will score on the play as well.
Man, I haven't seen an offensive explosion like this since I don't know when. It's been a combination of spotty pitching and inconsistent defense, and now they posted an amazing 14 runs on the board.
Anthony Banda enters from the pen in just the second inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while. At the plate now, Mark Trumbo, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Runners at second and third here. Nobody out. And there's a base hit on the line. And the second run will score as well.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you, as a former offensive player, what that means. You want to put biscuits in the basket. Runs scored in ribbies. Runs scored in ribbies. And this guy's the best in the business right now.
Stepping in now, Renato Nunez. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Heredia. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter, the designated hitter, Dwight Jr.
Digging in and looking for more, Dwight Smith Jr. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. He's set, and the pitch. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And that one is gone! So it's a 2-run shot to right center, his second home run of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here. So we'll take one more look. And boy, he just continues to hit the ball out of the ballpark at an alarming rate. What a year. Into the box, Adam Duvall. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. The 0-1 delivery. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as the blowout continues.
I'm excited to check the home run numbers that come out on Show Track because that was just one of the most impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in, that ball was projected to have carried over 460 feet. An amazing show of strength. To the plate now, Austin wins. Swing, and this is also hit well. Out to deep center. Gone! You got to be kidding me. Back-to-back-to-back home runs. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His second home run of the game as this lead got even wider.
This pitcher must think he's cursed or something. He gives up back-to-back homers, is obviously rattled a little bit, and the next batter barely even waits for the first pitch to cross the plate before he crushes it out too. This is incredible.
Ryan Stanek is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway. Into the box now, Tony Kemp. Swing and another one deep out to center field. Gone. Open up the record books. Back-to-back-to-back-to-back home runs. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His third home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, if you would have told him when he woke up this morning that he was going to hit 3 home runs tonight, he would have thought he was dreaming. Well, it's a dream night, but he's wide awake.
The batter, the second baseman.
So now to the plate, Jace Peterson. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the Orioles, the shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Ready once again, Miguel Rojas. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First delivery to him on the way. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Meadows is there to make the catch, and mercifully the side is finally retired. But not before they hang a 9 spot on him here to really open up this ball game. We'll go now to the top of the third. The O's lead this thing 21-1. Digging in for his second at-bat, Joey Wendell. We are all set.
3. Out. Out. 3. 3. Out. Out. Ball 4. Take the ball. 3. He's out. 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 3. Out. He's out. 3. 3. Out. Out. 4. Take the base. Out. Hit him. First base. He's out. Out. Got him. Out. He's out. 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 Got him. 3. He's out. 3. 3. 3. Out.
I expect this series to be a battle, so to take the first game at home is definitely the way you want to start it out. Give that home crowd a reason to come back tomorrow for what will hopefully be another solid performance.
29-1 this evening. Baltimore win their 118th decision of the year, best in the division. Dylan Bundy records his 18th win of the year. Ryan Yarbrough struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 58 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at the ballpark, 45,971. The Orioles would like to thank you for attending tonight's ball game and remind you to please drive home safely.